Yo, hip hop healing, dog. You see it, see it. Hip hop healing, wagwan. Jeremy and Henry here, so me about to decipher some of me tracks. You see it? You hear my Jamaican accent? Yeah, yo, I'm gonna be talking with Dreamer and Believer, doing the deciphered, trying this out. YouTube, what up? You know what I'm saying? Other platforms that might see it after. Cool, but yo, big ups to my main man, Rudy Ray. He gave me this. He's like, yo, if you're, a little tired of other platforms, maybe try YouTube Shorts or YouTube videos. So I'm gonna do that because I feel real inspired right now. I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna edit it up. We're gonna do our thing, have fun with it. I'm gonna take off these glasses. That was mad funny. Hey yo, peace. Wagwan, Jermaine Henry here. We're gonna have some conversations about hip hop healing, yo. Hip hop healing. Yeah, because I was practicing, getting ready for this hip hop healing mobile open mic, and I was practicing. So I'm practicing some songs from Display Pic, my EP Display Pic that I put out in uh 2024. I'm trying to think, it was July 2024. And I'm like rapping these joints and I'm feeling them, and at the same time I'm like feeling mad arrogant. Like these are pretty braggadocio. They're like arrogant, self-centered, narcissistic. Like I'm having all these doubtful, negative thoughts that are going in my mind about my own music. And because I was like conflicted, because I'm like, Display Pic, I know what my intentions were with that project. And even in that song, like it was really about healing vibes, hip hop healing. That's what I'm really going for, that essence. And it just felt so self-centered and self like entitlement and all these things that as I'm going through this song, Dreamer and Believer, but I'm like, yo, these are affirmations, right? Like these are affirmations. These are declarations, proclamations of my where I'm trying to go, my affirmations for my aspirations, and also through the life that I'm living right now and the impact that I see that I make, and the moves that I make right now as a social entrepreneur and a hip hop artist and a change agent, right? Like, but I have so much doubt oftentimes dealing with my own mental health and mental illness, really, of, I was diagnosed with persistent depressive disorder, which, to say the label, like it's just a label, but like I do go through these ruminations in my mind of negative self uh concept, right? That I'm actively battling, and in the music is and hip hop and lyricism is a form of me intentionally combating these things, right? And at the same time, my mind plays tricks on me where I'm listening to it, I'm like, nah, yo, you're delusional, you're out of your mind, and this is gonna be your demise for your life because this is not realistic, and you need to do something better with your life. Like legit, like you're not cutting it, which which there's elements in those that have truth in there, right? Like there are ways that I need to evolve and grow, and I need to develop more skills, and I need to put in more work and be more strategic, more smart. Like these are real things for sure. But how they dominate my mind and bring me down also removes me from reality of the fact that I am actually living out a lot of my dreams, and I am making impact, and I am like leaving this legacy. These are real things. So what I did in the midst of this mental turmoil and mental gymnastics and trying to figure out, it's like, yo, I should decipher. Like, let's go back to breaking down the lyrics and let's decipher the lyrics. Um, but then I was like, yo, like, okay, I can try to decipher them, process myself, and that's cool. But then it's like my own self-fulfilling prophecies, or my own biases in there too. So I was like, all right, let me go to ChatGPT, which also is biased because I help to program it and whatnot. However, it can also look at um, help me psychoanalyze and look at literature and look at themes that are just not within me that I'm like saying, but also that are actually out in the atmosphere, in academia, but as well as just true thought, right? Philosophy thought. These are real ideas. So when I write lyrics and when I have concepts that I'm doing, it's not coming out of nowhere. Like I'm just another human being that has talked about this in a way and that's trying to figure out. So, I was like, all right, let me decipher. So I first I deciphered first track that I deciphered was Man on a Mission, which I'll do another one, Man on a Mission deciphered. We'll do that another time, but right now I'm going to be going over Dreamer and Believer. And so this is the prompt that I gave ChatGPT, and then we're going to go through some of um, the psychoanalysts, and like actually go through what ChatGPT, how they responded to me, right? And responded not just to me. What I did is I actually put in the lyrics. I put in all the lyrics for Dreamer and Believer. So so I put in the lyrics. I put Dreamer and Believer lyrics, and then I put as a prompt, "This is another self-affirmation song. I'm accepting the duality of the positive and negative aspects of who I am and embracing that I am exactly who I'm supposed to be." Because that was my intention. Like that's the intention of the song Dreamer and Believer. That's what it's about. I'm declaring the role I play in the world as a social entrepreneur and hip hop healer. It's about my IBLV dreams. If you don't know IBLV, that's one of the frameworks that I have. Imagine, believe, live, voice your dreams. And again, to help manifest, bring about, and help leave the legacy that I'm looking to leave. And these are the dreams, right? This is how to do it. So the IBLV dreams, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I've seen a glimpse, and this song is a reminder of who I want to be and the journey I am on. Help me psychoanalyze this song from a hip hop healing perspective. How can this help me heal and grow? So that's the prompt that I put on. If you ever heard the song, you should check out the song. Maybe I'll put it in the background. Dreamer Believer, produced by my bro, Lens. Yo, Lens is fire. So this is how ChatGPT responded to that prompt, right? And my lyrics. So I put all the lyrics for Dreamer and Believer in there. This is how they responded. This track, Dreamer and Believer, is rich with with healing potential, both for you as the artist and for anyone listening. It's a it's a lyrical mirror, a motivational spell, and blueprint for growth, resilience, and radical self-acceptance. From a hip hop healing and psycho-spiritual lens, this track embodies multiple therapeutic dimensions. Let's break it down through hip hop psychology, radical theory, radical healing theory, and archetypal integration, and arts-based futurism. All right, so we're gonna go through the psycho-spiritual analysis of Dreamer and Believer. Number one, radical self-acceptance through archetypal integration. I'm a dreamer and believer. I'm an angel and a demon. I'm a hero and a villain.
I'm a dreamer and believer. I'm an angel and a demon. I'm a hero and a villain.
You're embodying Jungian's, yeah, Jungian, right? Yeah, Jung. Yeah, so this is Carl Jung, the the psychologist Carl Jung. You're embodying Jungian shadow work here. In psychology, embracing your contradictions, the light and the dark, success and failure, love and hate, is a critical step in healing and integration. You're not denying the parts of yourself that are messy, angry, or unsure. Instead, you say, I'm all of it. I'm still divine. Here's the healing power. This integration reduces inner conflict, shame, and self-judgment. It says, I don't need to be perfect to be powerful. And that's literally the intention that I put into this song. This is how I felt. This is what it means to me. And this just helped to articulate that as we're deciphering it. So this is kind of like really cool for me at least, because I'm also a philosopher at heart as well. So it's just kind of cool how it's helping me to bring these things together. And then some related theories to the song, Dreamer and Believer. Carl Jung's shadow work, which we talked about. Bell Hook's concept of loving blackness, because there's a lot of it, even if we go further, like I'm embracing who I am. You know what I'm saying? As a black man, that's this whole project of Display Pic and hip hop as identity exploration with Travis 2016. So that Travis 2016, if I go to literature review, um, because I'm not fully aware of Travis, I won't even lie to you. So Crook, AHD, Travis R. They have this hip hop's healing power, pursuit by the University of Melbourne. Oh, say word. So I'm definitely gonna review that and read that. So that's the thing with this whole chat GBT thing. Like I also there's also researching and like looking more into it to go further in depth, in an academia way. But like um to start, this is cool. So that was number one, radical self-acceptance through archetypal integration. And that's the thing, we go so deep into these lyrics are deep still. Like it's something where, and your lyrics are too. Like whoever is listening to this, I don't know who's gonna be listening to it or watching this. It's like this whole thing is not about me per se. It is about me, but I'm also a mere reflection of what is possible for everyone, right? So you have your own lyrics, right? You have your own mind, you have your own perspective, and there's truths in there that we can find, right? And that we can make sense of, we can decipher in code. So two, affirmation as active reprogramming. I am worthy and deserving of the blessings I am earning. I am working. I am serving.
I am worthy and deserving of the blessings I am earning. I am working, I am serving, I am healing, I am freeing, I am teaching.
Some lyrics from Dreamer Believer. This section is a mantra, a neuro-linguistic rewiring of the brain. Hip hop healing supports this kind of repetition, because it shifts internal beliefs. Every I am line is a seed planted in your psyche. And with rhythm and performance, those seeds get activated with emotional energy. And it's true when I perform this and we doing it, like that's the whole vibe. It's like getting into my power pose in a way, lyrically getting me there through those affirmations. That's the intention and the purpose of it. So it's like, yeah, like it's not all in my mind. Like, yes, this is what my intention is, but to hear this and articulate in this way is it's helpful. So the healing power. Affirmations can change subconscious scripts rooted in trauma or self-doubt. This rewires how you see yourself and what you believe is your and what you believe you're capable of. Again, like I'm literally, this is a cyclical thing, like or it's not linear is what I should say. It's not linear. Like I also have self-doubt. Even today, I was having self-doubt, and this song was helpful for me to be able to, okay, but where am I trying to go? What is like, how am I going to try to program my brain to really be and not, and this the thing is like, it may come up so grandiose in these things, but it's like, it's not about it being grandiose and me being really a world changer, all these things. It's about me reprogramming my brain to have a more positive outlook, right? And to have more belief in myself and belief in my mission. Related theories, lyrical self-efficacy. Oh, I love this. Again from Travis 2026. So this idea of using lyrics as affirmations and like self-efficacy means self-efficacy. Efficacy is like your ability. So again, it's like building confidence. Self-efficacy is your ability, your competence. And then mindfulness and mantra practices, related theories, of course, and narrative therapy. Michael White talks about narrative therapy. Yeah, facts. Number three, visionary imagination and Afrofuturism. Yeah.
Never ending legacy, freedom, love, and equity, echoed in eternity. Y'all ain't hearing me. Echoed in eternity.
No ceiling on my destiny. Freedom, love, and equity, echoed into eternity. Watch and see me inspire souls. So yeah, that's again some lyrics from Dreamer and Believer. You're using the song as visionary technology, a practice deeply rooted in both hip hop's origin and Afrofuturistic imagination. You're dreaming not only for yourself, but on behalf of your people, projecting a future of healed communities, liberated minds, and global change. See, like that's the intention that I'm doing. Like, I know I'm a madman, right? But like, yes, that's my intention, y'all. You know, I know it sounds so grandiose, but like it has to start that way, you know, but we're taking steps towards it. And in this music, hip hop healing, this is the blueprint that I'm trying to deliver so that in future generations we can be on this thought and take it further, you know, and it's taking time. So again, this is like self-affirmation or self-reminders that I'm doing right now. Healing power. Imagination is liberation. This song helps you rehearse the future, making you feel it in your body now. It builds momentum and aligns your mind with your mission. Uh, yes. Related theories. Afrofuturism, Nelson 2002. So let's go to that. Mm. Okay, so Alondra Alondra Nelson has this book called Afrofuturism, challenging mainstream techno-cultural assumptions of raceless future. Afrofuturism explores cultural distinct approaches to technology. This special issue addresses the intersection between African diaspora culture and technology through literature, poetry, science fiction, and speculative fiction, music, visual art, and the internet, and maintains the racial identity fundamentally influences techno-cultural practices. And that's really kind of is like putting this hip hop healing, even using ChatGPT. And actually, if y'all know, Lupe has the text FX, which is really cool, helping to write lyrics stuff like that. But even looking at AI right now and exploring hip hop healing is a really kind of cool techno-cultural thing, right? It's like we're here, like we're still deciphering and unpacking hip hop, which comes from Black culture, and we'll be doing it for the future. Like, you know, like we even use technology even now. Um, Another related theory is sonic fiction. Sonic fiction. I never heard of sonic fiction. Um, Sonic fiction. Kadwa Ashun. Interesting. So they have a book called More Brilliant Than the Sun, Adventures in Sonic Fiction. What? More Brilliant Than the Sun is a machine for traveling at the speed of thought, a probe of drilling into new levels of possibility space. Its mission is to undermine the concepts this presents has of its mission is to undermine or underline the concepts uh this presents has of health and culture and excite mockery and hatred against the hybrid monsters of on concepts. Whoa, that's deep. I don't even understand that, brother. Can't even lie to you. Very interesting. Whoa, interesting. So the classic work on the music of Afrofuturism from jazz to, okay, this is like interesting. More Brilliant Than the Sun. Adventure in Sonic Fiction is one of the most extraordinary books on music ever written. Part manifesto for militant post-humanism, part journey through the unknowledged traditions of diasporic science fiction. This book finds the future shock in future Afrofuturist sounds from jazz, dub, and techno to funk, hip hop, and jungle. By exploring the music of such musical luminaries as Sunray Alice, Coltrane, Lee Perry, Dr. Octagon, Parliament, and Underground's Resistance, theorists and artists Kadwa and Shun mobilizes their concepts in order to open the possibility of sonic fiction, the hitherto unexplored intersection between science fiction and organized sound, situated between electronic music history, media theory, science fiction, and Afro-diasporic studies. Okay, one of the key works to stake a claim is for the generative possibility of futurism, much reference since this original publication in 1998, but long unavailable. This new edition includes, wow, it hasn't been available for a long time. Super interesting. So I'm not very versed in that. I won't, I'll be very, very frank and honest. I don't really know. We almost lost. Like, I might have to cut that. Joking. Maybe we'll see. And visualization in positive psychology. Yeah, positive psychology visualization for sure. So that's what that speaks to. Four, social entrepreneur identity formation. I'm a businessman with a triple bottom line. People, profit, planet, always on my mind.
I'm a businessman with a triple bottom line. People, profit, planet, always on my mind. Proper planning, prepping sessions, focus on the process.
So yeah, proper planning. Yeah. This crucial, you're naming your social identity with intention, not just a rapper, but a healer, teacher, entrepreneur, and world changer. Naming that publicly reclaims your narrative from systems that try to box or erase black, brown creatives. You already know that's what they be trying to do to us, straight. Which I understand, like, it, there's a real complexity, right? It's like it's not that practical to be the social entrepreneur. It's not easy, it's not practical. Like, trust me, I go through a lot of the doubts of it. Yet it is possible, yet it is also something that is a contribution to our society. People might not say it's essential or it's necessary, and that's on your own opinion, that's fine, but it is a contribution to society. And this model of looking at, okay, how can we use the arts, creativity, culture, community, and entrepreneurship to drive our economy in a way, or to help drive it, right? It's like everyone has their own place to, everyone has their own part to play in the whole play of life. So the theater of life. So being a social entrepreneur is that's the choice that I've taken and that I'm on. It's the road less traveled for sure. All right, five. Okay, and then, oh, sorry. I almost went on. Healing power. This empowers purpose-driven identity development and fights alienation. It brings structure and clarity to your journey. Okay, so the healing power, this empowers purpose-driven identity development and fights alienation. It brings structure and clarity to your journey. Yeah, right? I'm crystallizing my vision for myself as a social entrepreneur, as my intention as a businessman, not just to be about profit, but to think about people and the planet and what we're doing, which is challenging, not easy, but that's the intention. You know what I'm saying? Related theories is social identity theory, Taj Fay, Taj Fell. Yeah, Taj Fell. Sorry, my bad. Mm, hip hop as praxis and pedagogy, MDIM 2016. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so these are interesting things. So Christopher MDIM wrote a paper on hip hop based interventions as pedagogy/slash therapy in STEM, a model from urban science education. Interesting. The purpose of this paper is to argue that providing youth of color with opportunities to explore content while reflecting on and sharing mental health concerns is an under-focused dimension of teaching and learning that has the potential of positively impacting these students' academic achievement in science, technology, engineering, and math disciplines. Wow, that's interesting. So their findings is that because urban theory of color and traditionally disengaged in STEM, and also the ones who are the least likely to seek or be provided with mental health tools services, it is suggested that there is a connection between their low academic achievement and absence of opportunity for them to address emotions that impact their academic success. Furthermore, if these youth come from communities where mental health stressors are highly prevalent and teaching is most restrictive, a model for teaching that considers practices that address both their academic and mental health needs becomes necessary. Facts. Hip hop healing, yo. It's a science. It's not just the art, fam. Right? And like, because I'm really, as we're deciphering, we're going through the psychology, right? Psychology is a science. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not forget that in STEM, right? In sciences aren't just hard sciences like biology and chemistry, right? Yeah, yeah. And technology. Yo, let's be honest right now. All right, I'm getting too hype. So, and then the other related theory, right, to Dreamer and Believer, to these lyrics, to the song, um, is artistic activism and social entrepreneurship. That's the other thing that's tied into these lyrics. All right, let's get into something fun. Five, emotional release and righteous rage. So, fuck the system, let it blow. That's one of the lyrics. This is not mindless rebellion. It's sacred anger. In hip hop psychology, expressing anger in an artistic form is emotional catharsis, releasing what's been repressed and reshaping it into power. You give your pain rhythm and voice instead of silence or implosion. Facts. I'd go so mad if I didn't express my rage and anger through the hip hop healing. But it's facts. Like that's what it is. The healing power. Healthy expression of rage protects mental health and creates space for new emotions, new emotional truths. Facts. That's intention in here. Okay. Related theories, trauma-informed expressive arts therapy, rage as resistance, Audre Lorde. Yeah, that's a real one. And hip hop catharsis, Travis 2016. And six, the six, collective empowerment and call to action. So this is in the lyrics from Dreamer Believer. All my people already know I'ma change the entire globe. Come and see me at my show.
All the people already know I'ma change the entire globe. Watch and see me inspire souls. I'ma heal the whole world. Come and see me at my shows. I'ma heal the whole world. Come and see me at my shows. Come and see it at my shows.
So again, these are the intentions. So like again, how I started this journey, I'm saying is like in this in this space, I won't even front in like a depressive space and mindset and thoughts. Really thinking like, wow, this is so arrogant of me. This song is so arrogant, so entitled, like it's so unrealistic, so grandiose, which those things can be argued, and I definitely argue them myself. And the other side to it is they're actually the intention is for collective empowerment and a call to action for that. And that's what I'm really trying to intend and to build out there. Despite, yeah, going through my own narcissism, going through my own self-doubt, going through my own self-centeredness, and these things are valid in themselves for me to have that criticism of myself and criticism that other people might have of me. Yet this self-awareness I'm able to reflect on, that's not the full intention of it. There may be some impacts and maybe I'm shifting. And as I'm growing and developing, like I wrote this song in 2021. So so yeah, like I was also in a very depressive space in that, and I was in a really challenging space in that time. So I'm looking at, oh wow, I was really just trying to fight and to heal, you know. And there are probably healthier ways to even heal even now as I approach my music and I approach poetry and there's all other poetry that I write about that's a lot more we and not as I centered. Um, let's see what ChatGPT says. You aren't just healing yourself, you're inviting others to come with you. You're reframing your audience as co-dreamers, not just listeners. This is community healing. When you proclaim healing for the world, you embody the role of healer, MC, griot. Yo, like, am I writing this? But that's the idea. Um, and the healing power is this builds collective vision and relational accountability. Your purpose becomes bigger than ego, it's service. And this is where we're after. This is where we're going after for hip hop healing is to start within and go within, but go towards community, right? Self and community. And because you need to have like a healthy sense of ego or identity or trying to find yourself, self-knowledge and awareness, and also be aware that you are part of a greater community, a greater family, you're a part of the world. And we're pushing for collective growth and empowerment and healing. And it's not just about me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So how this song can help you heal and grow. Practice, affirmations, function, lyrical self-reprogramming, personal growth impact, build self-belief and consistency. And that's the thing, is like consistent. The more I practice it, the more that I'm also building my own confidence and consistency and revelations of what this mission is, what we're after, and what we're here for. Practice, duality embrace, shadow integration, reduces shame and self-sabotage. Whoo! That's what we after. Practice, vision statements, function, goal visualization. So visualizing your goals, where you're trying to go, and personal growth impact sustains motivation and purpose. That's what we're going after. Rage expression, cathartic release, channels pain into power. Practice, identity naming, function, role solid, role solidification, which is also fluid. Your role also just changed in fluid, but like solidifying your role or position in the world, in life, in the world, humanity, society. Yay! Personal growth impact anchors your mission and brand. You know what I'm saying? Promoting freedom, love, and equity. You know that's what I'd be talking about in my brand. And then finally, how this song can help you heal and grow. Collective language, social healing, builds community and cultural responsibility. So this is a real cool, like long form video. We'll probably cut it up and whatnot. But here's some suggested reflective questions for integration of dreamer and believer deciphered. Which dualities in me do I still resist? And what happens if I fully accept them? How do I use my art to affirm others as well as myself? Where does my anger need space to breathe and transform? What does it feel like to say, I'm a healer out loud? Let's say that. I'm a healer. How am I embodying the dreamer and the doer? Facts. So yeah, they also we also went line by line, which I'm not gonna do in this video, but we went line for line and looking at the healing aspects. So I'm just gonna go through just a little bit of it. Let's just like a bit of the hook. I'm a dreamer and believer. So the thought is self-identification as a visionary. That's what I'm doing. Healing lens. This reaffirms hope and faith. In trauma recovery, belief in possibility is a foundational building block for healing and moving forward. I'm an angel and a demon. I'm a hero and a villain. Embracing inner contradictions. Healing lens. Radical self-acceptance of shadow and light. You're no longer fighting your complexity, you're owning it. And that creates wholeness. So yeah, this is Dreamer and Believer Deciphered, Hip Hop Healing. I appreciate whoever is taking this in. Appreciate you taking time to listen. I really hope you're gaining from it, you know, and affirm some affirmation or learning and whatnot that you get from it, whatever you need for yourself. But this is also helpful for me as I'm reflecting. Yeah. So we're also working to build this out into like a workshop. So again, it's not just for me, but making this a whole workshop. So this video might, I guess this could be like a bit of an intro for what a workshop could look like, a real context for that workshop, but then also building out a real time workshop that we can do in groups, or you could also do some coaching as well. So we'll break down the workshop, right? So overview of that workshop for Dreamer and Believer. So it's more than a song. This is also a blueprint. It's a soul blueprint. This is cool. This workshop invites you to explore your layered identity, affirm your divine purpose, and process your emotion through lyricism. Drawing from psychology, spiritual philosophy, and hip hop pedagogy, will decode the healing work embedded in the song, Dreamer and Believer. Workshop objectives: engage in shadow integration and radical self acceptance. Use affirmations to reprogram internal narratives. Explore visionary goals using hip hop and Afrofuturist imagination. Embrace sacred rage and channel it creatively. Clarify your role as a social entrepreneur, healer, MC, or whatever role that you see yourself in the world. Strengthen community consciousness and collective empowerment. So yeah, yo, that's those are workshop objectives. We also have some journal prompts. Um, but yeah, this is Dreamer and Believer, Deciphered, Hip Hop Healing. Thank you for spending some time. Let me know in the comments. Uh, yeah, how you felt about this, any comments that you might have. Um, and if you want more, I think I'm going to do more of these videos even for myself. But if you want me to share, let me know. It's always good to have some affirmation, not necessarily validation, but affirmation is good. You see it. So peace and love, y'all. One love.